next, a UFC welterweight division matchup. All right, so here he is, one of the better boxers in this division. Certainly has a well-rounded MMA skill set, but it's hard to lead the walk with anything other than the hands, which might be the best in this division.
Especially when you look at some of the highlights, right? You look at him landing that jab, and it's almost picture perfect. The jab lifts the head, the right hand follows, and guys are going to sleep.
Yeah.
I would love to be considered a boxer if I had the skills that this young man possesses. Be happy, because you spent a lifetime developing it, and now it puts you on the cusp of UFC superstardom.
He looks as comfortable throwing a jab as I do, like folding a slice of pizza in half, you know? I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Enter Bruce Lee.
I mean, that's Bruce Lee in a nutshell. Over and over and over, he did the same thing, and it shows in the technique, because there's no wasted energy. There's no wasted movements. Everything he does with a purpose. He goes in there with an idea of what he's trying to accomplish, and he gets it done. Bruce Lee is the absolute best. Bruce Lee is the man. His grappling, his takedown defense figure to be tested here tonight. But there aren't that many guys who are going to want to stand and trade on a napkin in the center of the octagon with the great Bruce Lee. No, if you're fighting Bruce Lee, you're shooting for takedowns right away. Our tale of the tape for this highly anticipated welterweight fight. So 3 years the gap in age between these two fighters, with some differences in height and a similar reach. We go inside the octagon. Here's the veteran voice, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a boxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Assassin! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, Bruce the Dragon Lee!
You've been given your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves, just make it fair.
Ready. You ready to fight?
Well, the tension is palpable as this fight gets underway, and it's going to be interesting to see how this matchup plays out. Definite striker on one side against another guy who can really do it all.
And in those situations, normally the guy that's more well-rounded will be the one that will find success. I want to see how this plays out.
He's looking for that left hand. Not there. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense?
Nice move for punch.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Oh, so the taller fighter lands a flush knee. He blocks the punch. Oh, tagged him with that right hand. What a strike that was.
What a strike that he is landing over and over again. His opponent will need to make some adjustments. Nice kick. powerful punch lands. Now he gets back in range.
And a nice job at least staying upright on that.
Over and over, he landed a big body kick.
And he landed the right hand there. Oh, combination lands. You want to talk about putting strikes together. Beautiful execution.
And every one of them are landing. He's overwhelming him with different attacks.
Just over 3 minutes to go in our first round. Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. All right, close guard now. Gotta be careful, though. He's got a lot of submissions off his back. All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard.
Back to the feet now. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Nice jab, follows it up with a nice right hand. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Trying to do damage now with the kick, that's a miss. Messing on the high kick there. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Well, it's one thing to have length, it's another thing to use it, and he does it as well as anyone. Nice kick there by Lee.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
And both guys really throwing with authority. Oh, working hard to get back up again, and he's there. Straight right hand now, just misses. Oh, wicked nice leg kick there, DC.
Can't take too many of those.
Oh, and he lands yet another strike to the body. Pinpoint placement right underneath the elbow.
Good punch land.
Changes his stance. You'll see a lot of this from this fighter. And they separate. Lee gets caught by that flush straight punch. Nice job by the offense there. 20 seconds to go.
Look at him working and trying to shut the liver down.
Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue. Lee going with the kick to the body, but unable to find the range. Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish. What a round.
Double jab, cross, hook to the body.
All right, let's take a look back at some of the highlights from those previous 5 minutes, DC, and no padding, no glove on that foot.
No glove, no padding, and look at the hip action when he throws those kicks. He's not only kicking just for feel, he's really trying to damage his opponent. And as the fight goes longer, you will start to see it take an effect.
All right, we'll see how it goes here in this next round. A high number of kicks landed there in the previous round, and at some point, these are going to really start to take their toll.
They do start to take an effect whenever you're taking kick after kick after kick, and watching him fight with that knowledge and that patience shows his fight IQ.
Big hook.
Big kick. Big Big punch lands through the middle. Beautiful body kick lands right under the elbow.
Oh, significant strike attempt there, but a huge block.
Real quick leg kick.
All right, it's time to start using that low kick.
Can't take many of those, you better check. Jab. Look at the force behind that leg kick.
That punch no good. This fight's gonna be over, DC.
What a great way of mixing up his attack. He didn't stay the course. He mixed it up. He went high with his going low, and now he's got hurt very badly. He's mixing up his target. He's throwing kicks. He's throwing punches.
3 minutes to go. Takedown defense holds up. Man, as he landed a high volume of strikes here in round 2, definitely picking up the pace after round 1. So he got the message from the corner, and now he is taking control of this second round.
Ooh, what a punch.
Good head movement there. Nice slip.
Real sneaky body kick.
Both fighters exchange in the pocket here. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Man, doesn't take much for the redness to start. Look at the left side of his body there. Nasty. All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Well, you got to stay busy on the bottom. He's doing it here. Nice punch. Oh, so an interesting decision there as he decides to stand up and relinquish the dominant position. Shooting for the takedown here.
That was sneaky. Nice strike.
Crippling knee to the body. Got the single collar tie, and they separate. Oh, and he defends another takedown there, so looked like a pretty good entry, but once again, unable to get him down.
Great balance, great awareness, move the head back inside.
There as he lands, and maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about dust. He got him hurt very bad with his head kick. Now he has to find one more strike to end the night.
Now goes in and secures the takedown. Pretty good work with the strikes here off of his back by Lee. Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get in the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. Reality is, you're winning, but it can change in a matter of seconds because then they can be gone. He's got to drop his hips, be really heavy at the opponent's base, and then just start to work. Make the opponent give his back so that he can try to get his chokes off or find great ground and pound, but very patient ground and pound from such a dominant position.
All right, a lot of tremendous striking action in that last round, DC. I know you don't have a telestrator, but take us through the replay.
I mean, I would love to have my telestrator right now. That was a great display of high-level mixed martial arts striking. Both combatants stood toe-to-toe and let it all hang out.
Start defending yourself. Well, I'm going to stop the fight. You got to keep your hands up.
All right, here we go as our next round gets underway. His strong leg packs so much power that even when he doesn't throw it full throttle, you see he's able to inflict damage. We'll see if he can keep it going here in this round.
He doesn't throw it full power, but even when he feints it, he draws out reactions from his opponents because they don't want to get hit with any more of those kicks. It's a sight to behold.
Well, he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. He continues to connect on a high volume of strikes here. And there comes the separation now.
Look at him drive his shin into his opponent's body with that body kick.
Oh.
You don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now.
Oh, big left.
He's very tricky when he throws that body kick.
Right hand on point.
You take more of these leg kicks, you will not be able to be very active on your feet.
Back and forth we go here.
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night as that landed. I mean, he's cutting down the sides with these beautiful leg kicks.
Oh, big elbow. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Lee gets back up, back into his comfort zone.
Nice strike.
Oh, and he lands another punch there, and you can tell at this point, he is going right at that cut on his opponent.
Right at the cut on the eye.
Kick home, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got him hurt bad.
All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career. Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
So we have crossed the midpoint in this one. All right, so you gotta be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Lee's looking to pass out of the half guard and attain side control here, but unable to do so. Oh, nice job here staying busy off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Oh, landing a punch with the left hand now, so certainly putting it all together on the feet tonight.
Doing a lot of work with his offhand.
All right, working inside the closed guard now. This is no safe place against this opponent. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way or the referee's going to stop this.
He better start to move, and when his opponent starts to posture, he needs to put his feet on the hip, push him away to try to escape this very, very dangerous position. Real nice body kick lands.
Blocks the shot. Oh, single collar tie here. Oh, he's landed a high number of total strikes here in the latter stages.
Oh! What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight. Oh, he got it hurt bad.
Well, you got to be working off of your back. He's certainly doing so here. Nice punch. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Keeping busy here off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Close guard. Oh, nice combination of strikes here from the top, standing over his opponent, not unlike Muhammad Ali over Sonny Liston.
Oh, that is a good is reference. If you're standing and your opponent's on the ground, you're doing really good work.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire.
Stop.
Take a deep breath and relax. Watch him look to finish this round. You have to put the pressure on this guy. Move forward behind head movement. Keep your jab nice and long.
All right, there's the end of the round, so it was a huge strike to the head that stunned his opponent and nearly got him out of it.
Yeah, that was a big moment. A big strike lands, his opponent's on wobbly legs. That is exactly what you want to see as you're walking back to your stool. Your opponent staggering back to his corner and being hopeful that he can get it back together before the start of the next round.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Fourth round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds.
Ooh, head kick lands, he's hurt.
Well, not only has he stayed aggressive as he was in the previous round, landing a high volume of strikes, but he's also been efficient, not just with his strikes, but also with his body movement. Complete performance out of this fighter here tonight. Oh, that's a hell of a kick right there. He told us Thursday that he was going to be kick-heavy tonight, and that is certainly a step in the right direction.
He is landing that strike very effectively. Liver kick, if you take those kicks, it's going to shut your body off.
Just misses with that one. And that one certainly found the target.
Big body kick lands.
And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Well, he has landed some good shots, DC, but really unable to string anything together in terms of solid combinations.
It's because he's not committing to it fully. He throws his jab. He may float a right hand out there, but he's not really sitting down on the right hand. He really doesn't seem to have the intent on landing it. He's got to be confident that it's going to land, and he's got to really throw his whole entire body into the strike.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Great punch.
Inside, he's hooked out.
He turned his entire body into that uppercut, and it landed exactly as he was hoping for.
Oh, he might be out.
Oh, yes, now we're going.
Now goes in and secures the takedown. All right, dominant position for him here, full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance, shrimp, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. I mean, how many can he take? All right, a good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
All right, so not enough action there on the ground. The referee brings the fight back to the feet, and we are back underway. Under 2 minutes to go in the round. Keeps going back to that jab, keeps throwing that jab, but unable to land.
Oh, big punch land.
Oh, spinning back fist. He didn't telegraph that one at all.
Oh, big head kick.
Signs of bruising now on that left thigh. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. And they separate. Much improved defensively as he blocks the shot.
Look at the angle of that nice body kick.
Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue. Lee gets back up again. final minute. Almost in range with the straight left, but that's a miss.
Ooh, what a punch.
And he lands another knee there, DC. It doesn't always pay to be the taller fighter. In this instance, it most certainly did.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
Oh, nice job working hard, posting, and getting back up. 30 seconds now to go in the round. Right on the button. Takedown defense holds up. All right, he engages in a single collar tie here.
Nice straight punch.
10 seconds now to go in the round. Oh, nice check on the leg kick offering there.
Big kick.
Horn sounds for the end of round 4. All right, that horn signifies the end of the round. Let's take us through some replays, champ.
And the replays are going to be kicks. That's the story of this fight to this point. He is landing these kicks at will, just driving his shin into his opponent's legs, and it's really starting to slow him down.
Read and recover. Your counter-striking is perfect, just like we trained. I want you to keep doing that. I don't think he's going to change his game plan.
All right, so after he landed a high number of kicks in the previous round, we'll see if he can keep it going here as our next round gets underway.
He should stay the course. He's so educated with his legs and his feet that he's given his opponent a very difficult time trying to anticipate.
Oh, that's the biggest shot of the fight thus far. How's his opponent still standing?
I mean, I have no idea. This fight...
He's out!
Oh, my goodness!
Yeah, man, crowd loving it. Just a gorgeous shot there to end the fight. Really just the way he drew it up. He found the opening and capitalized on it to the utmost extent. Nicely done to finish the fight. All right, DC, no telestrator tonight, but we're going to get you some highlights from this one. This was a fight that had it all, and for my money, his best performance to date.
His best performance to date in the biggest moment. In the biggest moment, you got to show up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. He used every bit of his skill to get the job done.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean is going to stop to this contest at 16 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout, Bruce the Dragon Lee!
Oh, well, there he is after a huge knockout win tonight. You going to the after party or what?
I mean, I'm heading over there right now, John. I'm asking the producers, how soon can I get up? Because it's going to be a party over there. Not only because of the knockout, but that extra bonus check he's going to be carrying to the club tonight.